It's been a wonderful year. Hopefully, we could end the year with a trophy.
Ryan, the two games against Miami, you were able to take part in that earlier in the season. Now you're good to go. How are you feeling about this? The chance to get down there, play for a cup, test yourself against some of the best players in the league?
Yeah, it's exciting. Like you said, it's what we've worked all year for to get to the cup final, and there's going to be a great atmosphere, great standard of game, I hope, and yeah, we're all excited to get down there and get going and make the most of it.
Ryan, how much better are you feeling now than maybe you were a month ago? We've seen your minutes increase. How are you feeling in terms of the physical aspect of the game, and what do you think would be ideal for you minutes wise heading to Saturday's match to play?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. As time's gone and the more minutes I've got on the pitch, the better I've felt, and the fitness is finally caught up as well. So I'm feeling good, and like I said, there's no expectation of minutes or what I expect to play or anything. It's like I've said, I'll be good to go whenever I'm asked to play, however long I'm asked to go. I've just got to make sure I'm ready and do what I can to help the team.
Last week, Thomas talked to us about just, as the match gets heightened and the competition keeps on growing, reaching that level. What excites you about the Saturday match?
Everything.
Yeah,
Everything. I mean, they have a really good team, same as us. So will be an amazing game. Like Ryan said, the atmosphere will be amazing too. So it's a nice game to see.
Go hard, then BJ.
Matty, Thomas Muller, what kind of a teammate has he been and what has he brought? Because he's a mega superstar, but he seems kind of chill.
No, he's amazing teammate, amazing guy. He treats us as his family here. So we are really, really excited with his company here.
Ryan, Miami, they have some superstars. How do you slow them down, and what kind of challenges do you feel they bring that you can nullify against them?
Well, I think the threat they bring is obvious. With the individuals that they've got that can make a piece of magic out of nothing. So they've got the kind of players that you can keep quiet for 89 minutes and then they just spark into life. So it's going to be about staying switched on and doing our job for the 90 or 120 minutes, whatever it is, and we've just got to trust our game. We've went down there before, played them here too this year, and put on a great performance. Got two really good results. So we've proved that we can do it when the stakes are already high in a semi-final. Now it's the final. So we've got to go and do it again.
Matty, we saw how you guys defended last week. What challenge does Miami present for you guys defensively?
They're a really dangerous team up there. Have a really good players, quality. I mean, will be a difficult game in that part, but we have the confidence that we do a good job.
And then Ryan, we mentioned the Miami, but you missed a lot of big games. How hard, for instance, say Miami or the final one, the Champions Cup, like how hard was that for you to watch?
It's tough to watch from the side. Nobody wants to be on the sidelines watching. We all want to be involved. But it definitely makes it a lot easier when we were putting in the performances and getting the results that we were getting. Going. I think we were both in the stand for the Miami game. Both loved it, and obviously would have rather been on the pitch. But it was just great to be around the team and winning. So I think that's a feeling that goes through the locker room here, through the whole team, that we're all desperate to be involved, to play our part. But at the end of the day, the most important is the team, and that we get the results and win trophies.
I guess just how important is it that you've seen Miami up front, and that it's you're not dropping into a final and you're seeing some of these big guys for the first time? Do you feel that gives you guys a bit of confidence that you can play your game against them?
Yeah, I feel we're really confident about that. We had that game in the middle season, against them, so they are not that different at that point. So yeah, really, really good.
Ryan, just what do you make of the group and the way that you've got this depth and the way you've really used it? You know, that you got guys like yourself, your designated player, you're coming off the bench, some other teams, some other scenarios that might not be working the same way, that just the selflessness of the group, that seems to be the big thing. Like, just how's that work from your perspective?
Yeah, it's been great. Everyone's been ready when they've been called upon. Everyone's got their chance and done well when they got their chance. I would say there's no egos in our dressing room. Everyone puts the team first, and I think that's been huge throughout the year. That people have been in and out the team, and everyone stayed ready, got their chance, taken it, and there's a lot of boys who deserve to be involved at the weekend. And like I said, first and foremost is always about the team and about the club, and making sure we get the job done.
Ryan, I'm wondering, what are your experiences been like walking around Vancouver this season, and particularly this playoff run after the LAFC game?
I think it's been livelier. There's been a lot more people taking notice. There's been a lot. You can feel the support from everyone throughout the city, and I think the fans have really showed up, especially the second half of the season here. And we want to also do it for them and make the city proud and bring them the first major sports trophy here.
Matthias, needless to say, there's some South American superstars that are going to be on the pitch on Saturday. Did you ever see yourself facing the likes of Messi and Suarez for a trophy?
Not really. There are. I mean, I used to play with Suarez in Nacional, so came here now Müller, a lot of big stars, but there are person too. So we are 11 on the pitch, and that's that come.
Tyler, then we'll go online.
Matty, you pretty much played every position on that back line. Getting dropped in for these big games, or how confident, or I guess, how comfortable are you playing those different roles? And one game you're out left back, next day you're setting up.
I'm trying to help the team whatever I'm playing or not playing. Even in the bench, I try to support my teammate and I try to do my best.
And Ryan, a lot has been made out of Miami's new additions that they've had. You obviously, add more, but does it feel like you're kind of a new addition, having been out for most of the season, to now come back and be able to perform?
Yeah, I don't know if I would say a new addition, but personally, it's nice to be back involved and be able to actually help the team. It's a good feeling for me to finally be ready to do my part, because the boys have done so well over the whole season. So I'm just looking forward to playing any part I can and trying to make sure we get the win.
Finish beforehand in the room.
Ryan, does it make it harder or easier dealing with the injury and coming back with reduced minutes at this stage as you've been kind of building up? The fact that you're the captain, does it make it harder or easier, because you can still find ways to lead even if it's not on the pitch all the time?
Yeah, that's kind of what I tried to do. Not necessarily, there's not an awful lot I could do by leading, just from the medical room, but just to try and to stay involved in the group and keep the good spirits up. I guess it was as much as I could get involved in, but it's nice to be able to be back in the pitch and try and do my part out there and hopefully can play my part on Saturday.
Matt, you mentioned that you played with Suarez. What do you remember? Were there any moments that you had with him that you can recall?
Yeah, winning trophies. But we think it was only 3 months. Was a really, really good experience there. Nothing really special.
Great. Okay. And we actually don't have any questions online at this point. So thank you both for your time.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys.
We'll now have
Cheers.
We'll now have Jesper join us in just a moment.
I'm ready.
Okay, all right, we'll get started with head coach Jesper Sorensen. We'll start with Par and then Patrick, please.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ready now. Jesper, another matchup against Miami, this one in the MLS Cup final. You've seen them twice. How would you say they are a different team? And can you guys play the same way where you really go at teams right out of the gate, full throttle, and really bury them early on?
Nah, I don't. It's yeah. So there was a lot of questions in one time, but I'll start with the first one. Yeah, I think a bit of a different team. I think they got some new players brought in with the high quality. I think that it's a little bit more balanced team than we played the last time we played them, when we played them twice in the Champions Cup. But obviously still with some players who has a big impact for them. Messi obviously does have that, and also some of the players we met last time, Alba and Busquets. But listen, it's the MLS Cup final, and there should be good players going up against you, and you should be up against a very good team. But I think it's a little bit more balanced Miami team we see now. They have been very good as of late, and they've had a great season. I would can start congratulating my counterpart Mascherano with a great job, because he doesn't always get the recognition because he has some spectacular players on his team, but they've done well in a lot of competitions this year, played a lot of games. I think maybe Miami is the only team who played more games than us. So I think it's I think they've done very well. And as of late, they look very strong. But so as I think we have as well. So it should be a great game. Going to the next question, can we just go attack them, bury them immediately? I think that's going to be difficult, but we will definitely play the way that we would like to play. And we have a plan for how we would like to do it. And let's see how well we can execute that one.
Patrick, then Michael.
How anxious are you about Thomas's fitness?
I'm not anxious. We look at it and we monitor it and see it, and he should be ready to go. And it's late in the season. It's normal that people have something here and there, and Thomas has done well. Even though that he's had some minor things, so I think he should be ready to go. And we'll bring everything we have on the pitch, and we have also a lot of other players who's right now I think we're on a positive trajectory. Too much.
All season, yes, but this is a team that's had confidence, it's had belief, but it's also had a calmness. And I think a lot of that comes from you on the sidelines. When you've been watching the videos that the clubs put up of the benches and the reactions, you just see cool as a kid.
So I have to try and see how can you foresee what will happen and how can you affect that maybe. And maybe great. Everybody could see that he came in, really added a spark to the team and the quality he has, and he is much better now. Qualified for the World Cup, he should be able to compete.
The challenges that you'll face in terms of, you know, the freedom that Messi has now with the speed around him and just the way you guys have to attack them.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here and giving a lot of details on how we're gonna approach the game, but obviously they got more endurance around Messi and also some speed up top. They made some decisions where they put in Allende, and he's been a vital player for them as of late, and of course that gives them some some extra opportunities around Messi. It's and we believe in ourselves, and the group is confident. So let's see how we can manage it. It's not easy and it won't be easy, but we will definitely give it a good try.
Simon and then Tyler, please.
Busquets has been also a key player for them in terms of playing the ball over the top when he's caught out either Cincinnati or New York City on a high line. Is that also another aspect of something in terms of just not giving him space and time? And it'd probably be the general thought and cause of your game plan, one would assume. But also Busquets' contributions of late, is that something you need to be concerned about?
You know, it's they have extra qualities, and of course we have to be aware of what they can bring, and also now some of the new players they brought in are also very, very good and talented, and we'll see. But yeah, Busquets is definitely a player there where we have to see what we can do about him as well.
You get asked a lot of questions about Messi and Busquets and just a lot of names, and a lot of the players have said that they're kind of a little bit over that wow factor of playing against some of the big leagues, having gotten to play them a couple of times this year. As a manager, how do you talk to your players about playing the team as opposed to one or two guys on the team?
Yeah, we don't spend that much time normally on. We know that the opposition sometimes have players that are really important to them. We play the San Diego team where Anders Dreyer has been vital for them in their success this year, together with Jeppe Tversgaard, for instance. And you know, it's normal that the opposition has key players that you talk about and you put a strategy up against, and that's when we played LAFC, it was the same with Bouanga and Son, and you talk about it, and of course it's just a normal thing that you have some players that you highlight. Maybe they have extra. That they have players that is vital for them and is an instrumental thing of their success, and we will try to do whatever we can to limit them, and they will probably try to look at our team and say they have a couple of players we also would like to limit, so it's normal.
Any more questions on the floor? If not, we'll go online. We'll start with Hector, please.
Hi, Coach. It's Hector Lazari for Claro Sports in Mexico City. I wanted to ask you, well, it's your third final this season. You lost one playing, you won one playing at home. You lost here in Mexico City playing away. Many people say that you learn more for losses than in wins. What you learned in that game against Cruz Azul that maybe can help you out this time against Inter Miami, playing a similar situation, being the away team?
Yeah. That's true. I think one of the things is that for people who have not really tried it, playing in Mexico City, especially with the altitude, so that's just a factor that kicked in. But they were very well prepared for us, and we definitely learned, the way we have to come out, and also the way that we have to play a game like this, what we have to do in certain situations, and then you can't really tell what's going to happen. But I think we learned a lot from the game, that how to react when things are not going your way, and how to play the way you would like to try and play when things are difficult. And I think that's some of the point.
Great, and that's all the questions we have for you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jesper.